I really know how you feel, you know, in these times of lockdown. With all that's going on, it just makes you feel so anxious, you know, so worried, so negative, and it just really gets to you. I went to the supermarket to do some shopping, and I could just, with this whole social distancing thing, it just made me feel really negative. I came back home and I just felt really down about myself. So I get the pain. I know what you're feeling, especially with what is going on and so much uncertainty. So in this video, I'm going to be talking about the Covid-19 Mental Health Kit and how you can use these tools to make you feel happy and sane in insane times. So I'm going to mention a good number of tips, about 6 or 7, so be sure to take some notes. And also, if you like my content, then please subscribe to my channel. And without further ado, let's get into it. Number one that I can suggest to you, and I think this is priority, is stay away from news as much as possible. You see, the news is only there for one thing. It's there to make you have fear. It's there to instill fear in you. And you tell me, please tell me that after the news you actually feel happy. I can bet my life on it that you do not feel happy. It makes you feel worse. So what you want to do is you want to try and stay away from it as much as possible. So that means dipping in when you need to. What I normally do is I have the BBC app on my phone. I literally go onto the news, but I have the notifications on. So if something I need to know is going to happen, then I'm getting notified about the headlines. And if I need to, I'll watch the news very briefly just to get an understanding and a glimpse of what's going on. That is it. I stay much away from news as possible, and I'm feeling so much more happier. So I highly recommend you keep yourself away from the news. It's only going to make you feel like crap. I promise you that. First thing. Secondly, what you want to do is stay away from social media. I've got a video which you can look at somewhere here or there, about the harm and the effects of social media and what it can do for your mental health, so be sure to watch it. You want to make sure that you're away from social media. Now, why is that? There's a lot of noise and negativity that's going on in Facebook and loads of other social media outlets, but Facebook is probably one of the worst. There's a lot of negativity, and you'll hear a lot about Covid-19 lockdown and the negativity from people, and it's going to really get to you because there's a lot of noise on social media, a lot of things going on, and you can be scrolling through, just keep scrolling, and by the time you're done, you're just going to have so much crap inside of your head that it's just going to mess with you. So I would highly recommend that you stay away from as much as you can. Of course, social media does have its purposes. I'm not saying that you should completely stay away from it. Although you know, it might sound a bit contradiction, but what you want to do is have this balance, not watch too much of it, but have enough in it, have sufficient amounts, so maybe 15 minutes. Probably the third tip that I can recommend to you is for you to go out on nature walks. Now, nature is a beautiful thing. You know, you can be connected to your higher purpose just through going out for nature walks. And you'll just feel this calmness, serenity by going out, and it will just clear your head and make sure you have a mindful walk. I've mentioned a lot about this in another video as well, so that is on my video, how to deal with negative emotions, so you can watch that there. I would recommend is for you to integrate prayer into your life. Now, prayer is a beautiful thing because what you're doing is connecting to a higher purpose, I believe is God, and it's very therapeutic. Now, you can say as much as you want, and you've got to think of it like this: prayer is a conversation. It's a conversation between you and your creator, and you are literally unloading everything that's going on in your own head, everything. And you can just speak your way through things, and it will just make you feel so much more calm and serene. And it's not just about asking for what you want, although that is a part of it, but it's also about you being able to get that help, to get that calmness within you, and that will stand you in good stead. And it's really good for your mental health. So I highly recommend that you start praying if you haven't already started praying. So that's very important. The other thing I would recommend that you do is start doing meditation. Again, I've mentioned this in my negative emotions video, so be sure to check that out. And what you want to do is be still and get in touch with your breath. Notice what you're feeling and thinking, and at any time that any thoughts come in the way, you just label them and come back to the breath. That's what you do. So meditation is so important right now for you, for your own well-being. And the other thing that you want to be doing is getting in touch with your inner child and loving yourself. Now, it's really as simple as this, is that whenever you're feeling negative, is not to be hard on yourself and not to beat yourself up. And you've got to remember, you've got to get in touch with your inner child. Now, what does that mean? It basically means, let's reframe it another way. If any of you have a child, you know, how would you speak to them? You'd speak to them in a loving way, wouldn't you? It's exactly the same premise here, is that you got to feel like you've got your own inner child. You've got to nurture your own inner child. So whenever you're feeling like rubbish, you've got to speak to your child and just basically assure it as you would speak to your own child, and say reassuring and beautiful and calming things, and you'll just feel this sense of serenity, because often the monkey mind, the ego, will tell you what's going on and how things are bad and all of this, how you feel like rubbish, how you feel unworthy, unloved, and you're not worth anything. And this is where your inner child and nurturing your inner child will help you. And you're best off watching a video by a lady called, I believe it was Inner Bonding, by a lady called Margaret. I think it's Dr. Margaret something, I can't remember. I'll put some more description and put some more details in the description below, and you can have a look at that. Inner Bonding, that's called, and that'll really help you. And that's about it, really. I think that if you make use of all of these tips, and again, with these tips, it takes time. Healing, it takes time. It really does. You've got to take it one step at a time, one day at a time. Because every single day is a building block, and you must remember that. If you think of a house, houses consists of how many blocks? Many blocks, doesn't it? And you've got to think of it like that, is that every single day is a crucial block. And don't ever underestimate the importance of one day. I know your ego wants it all in one day, but it's not going to happen. Rome wasn't built in one day, as I say. You take it one step, one day at a time. But every single day is significant. Every single day is a lesson. Every single day is healing for you. So you must look at it like that perspective. And remember, you just got to have patience. Be absolutely patient and loving towards yourself. And know that you're on the path of healing, and you will get there. I've been there, and I know you're going through it, and I'm here to help you on this. So I hope with Covid-19, with the tools that I've given you in your mental health kit, so to speak, that this will really help you to stay sane in insane times. And I hope this video has benefited you. If it has, then please do me a massive favor. Please like this video. Please subscribe to my channel. I'm here to help you. I'm here to serve you. And I'm here to do all of this with love and care and affection. And I just hope this video really has benefited you. And if it has, then please forward this video over to someone else that really does need it. Because often at these times, we're almost going to feel like suicidal. And there's nothing worse than feeling like that. Feeling like you're really low. And I'm here for you. I'm here to help you. I'm your friend. I'm your friend. I'm your brother in helping you in these challenging times. But I know you can do this. I know you're more than capable of being able to get to where you want to be. So until then, with love, speak again soon. Take care.